Okay, we're here with Ben Klein, Field Operations Manager from Ezyquip. Thanks for having us, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
So I was reading some of the materials that Hastings supplied about the comparisons between the G series and the K series, and they're boasting some pretty good productivity gains.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that that in a test environment with the Ks and the Gs, the Ks did about 20% more productivity on a day.
Yeah, definitely. So certainly through first and second gear you see a lot more power in them, and in third and fourth as well. So yeah, even though they're using more power, it gets them to top speed quicker, which means you've got less cycle time. So they're a lot more efficient in the long run. Yeah,
great. And there's a lot of cost savings that you're achieving with fuel burn as well. I understand in the G series, the twin power engines were running at full revs when they're in haul mode, whereas these have an eco mode which drops the revs in the rear engine. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah. So when you're at haul speed, the back engine revs drop down just to pretty much idle, and it means you're not using fuel on the haul road when it's already at top speed.
The K series scrapers have some awesome new safety features. Run us through a few.
Well, for a start, the new K series have got wet brakes in them, so they're a lot more efficient, a lot more effective than the old dry brake system. You can pull up a hell of a lot quicker in them.
Yeah, I read that in some scenarios, it can almost do away with the drop in the bowl.
Definitely, yeah, it definitely reduces the need for that for sure. We've got a new engine brake, exhaust brake in them, which is, as opposed to the old retarder system, is a lot quicker to act and a lot more effective.
I understand that there's also even speed limiters to prevent operators from driving too quickly and downhill and abusing the machine, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So an over rev limiter on them, it actually senses when the engine's getting close to over revving and changes up gears itself, or introduces the brakes to slow it down.
Awesome.
So yeah, pretty much does away with that.
Yeah, cool. And these are fully mine spec?
Absolutely, yeah. No, in terms of what Ezyquip actually does to these machines as well, they've got full e-stops and isolators and fire suppression systems. These machines, as they've come out of our yard, are full MDG 15 spec for New South Wales coal mines.
Excellent.
And they'll pretty much go in any mine site in Queensland as well.
Okay, cool. And they've also got some really good, I guess, tracking, recording and machine control systems. Run us through some of the new technology.
Absolutely. So these, like the 23Ks, they've got the sequence assist set up in them, whereby you can actually program the load, haul, dump and return cycle.
So it fully optimises the loading of the machine to do with acceleration and power to the bowl.
Yeah, and reduces the need for the operator to actually cycle through the different functions.
Great.
You've got traction control systems in them now, whereby once they're engaged, they know when the tyres are slipping and actually stop that.
Great.
So monitor the traction.
Obviously saving a lot of money on tyres.
Absolutely. Yeah. They've got in the diff lock system in them, you can no longer engage the diff lock if the tyres are spinning, which means that you can't damage the machine.
Yep. Fully fitted out with Trimble GPS out of the factory.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's all actually installed in the cab now, so it's very user friendly.
Yep.
In terms of actually being out there in the paddock, it means you don't need eyes and graders and that sort of thing. The operator can actually see what he's supposed to be doing the whole time.
Yeah, great. And cool little bonus with a payload estimator as well.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So it's an automatic load sensing cycler.
Great.
And it actually senses how much tonnage in material as well as loads. So you can actually estimate your cubic meterage, your tonnage and your load count.
Cost tracking in real time. Excellent.
And that can also be accessed by the product link that's now in these systems. So PMs and that sort of stuff can actually access that remotely and know what their job's doing.
Wow. Excellent.